Hi and welcome to this video tutorial where I'm going to show you how to do keyword research and do all the keyword research that you're ever really going to need for $1. By the end of this tutorial, you're going to have a Google Sheet with all the related keywords to your niche, with their search intent, the average search volume, the cost per click, their keyword difficulty, and I've even added another row, which is the status, to see if that keyword is actually related to you, because not all of them are going to be exactly what you're after. This is great because it only costs $1. And why does it cost $1? Well, you need to pay for some sort of scraping so you get accurate data, and that's all that it costs with this tool. That way you don't have to pay ridiculously expensive tools like Keyword Tool IO, that's asking for $69 a month, Ahrefs, which is asking for $129 a month, and even SEMrush, which is $139. Now, admittedly, they do more than just keyword research, but I still think they're way too expensive for what they do. This allows you to do it all for $1, and it's not a subscription model, so you pay as you go. If you don't know me, my name is Nico. I run an online community called the AI Ranking Hub, where we simplify SEO and we help you to maximize it with the latest AI tools and automations, so you rank number one on Google, bringing you more organic traffic to your website, which results in sales, leads, or whatever the purpose of your website is. If you're really interested into getting started and really speeding up the learning curve of doing SEO correctly with AI, I'll leave a link to the community below. There's a free version and a premium version. We do this with a tool called Keywords in Sheets. And full disclosure, this isn't mine and this isn't an affiliate video whatsoever. I just really like this tool. It simplifies things and it's extremely affordable pretty much for everyone. We're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need a functioning Google account, and you're going to need Google Sheets, and obviously a keyword that we're trying to rank for. For this instance, we're going to use a dog training. So first thing you need to do is click on the link below this video. And by the way, all the resources that I talk about will be linked in the video description below. And we're going to go to keyword research and sheets, and we're going to go to the individual install. You don't have to do the admin install. We're going to go to continue and allow all the permissions, because this is connecting externally to other tools. Perfect. Now it has been installed. We're ready to get going. We're going to go to a brand new Google Sheets. You're going to go to extensions and you should see now keyword in Sheets. I'm going to open to the sidebar and you'll see that in the right hand side, you'll see a bar come out. Now there's already some free functions that you can use, like status code checker, local keywords, XML sitemaps, and a bunch of other things. But for this, we're going to use a couple of the pro functions. So we're going to get it to script, so we're going to add some credits here. You see that it's asking you to enter a license key. We need to do that by going to the Keyword in Sheets pricing section, and I'll leave a link to this below. Now that we've got the plugin installed, we just need to add a few credits. We're going to start trial. And again, don't worry, this isn't a monthly trial or anything like that. It's pay as you go. We're going to do the trial. We're going to add to cart, and you're going to do all the payment details as you would. So with GST, it's going to cost me 10 cents, so $1.10. It wasn't $1, my apologies, but it's still pretty affordable. I'm going to pay, and I will get a license key in a second. Perfect. So now I've got my license with that credit. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to go back to my original keyword in Sheets slider. I'm going to copy that there. Check the license, it'll do the check, and it should give me some credit. Now that I've placed in the license or the license key, I've gone out of that and I'm just going to refresh it, going to extensions again, keyword in Sheets. I'm going to open the sidebar and you'll see that I should have some credits now here. Perfect, so I've got some credit balance. I've already used it a little bit, but you'll have that fresh. Perfect. So now we'll start right away. There's a couple of functions available within Keyword for Sheets. I'll leave a link to the website that has all this information. Now, there's a lot of functions with keywords in Sheets. Search volume, related keywords, competitor keywords, the questions, and even the related search terms. And you have access to understand how to navigate all these things with the Keywords Notion site. This is for free as well, but it just shows you all the premium formulas, which are the ones we're going to use. I'll leave a link to this below as well. So now we're going to go back to my Google Sheets, and the function that we're going to do to start our preliminary keyword research, and then we need to tidy this up, is equals related keywords, because I want to find all of the related keywords within my niche of dog training. We're also going to select the country because the related keywords will change somewhat between the country. And yes, you can do different languages, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. In the first cell, you're going to go equals related, and you see that it's functioning when the related keywords things comes up, related keywords, and you're going to place your keyword within in double quotation marks. I'm going to go to dog training. I'm going to close that. I'm going to add a comma. I'm going to add the country, in this instance, Australia, and close that brackets. I'm going to do one more thing, and in double quotation marks, you're going to go row. This is just going to make sure that everything's nice and tidy. I'm then going to close that formula and hit enter. You're going to wait for a bit. Yours will say loading. Mine says cargando. Don't worry about that. I'm in Chile, so the data will change. And now, right away, within a second, I've got all the related keywords to dog training in like a second. Now I need to tidy this up, and I don't need all of the information in here. A lot of it is just going to confuse you. So we're going to tidy this up together a little bit, and I'm going to show you what I think is relevant for you to know. You might disagree, but this is just the way that I like to work with things. So I think the average monthly search volume is fantastic. I don't need the historical search and any of that. It's not really going to help me. I'm going to leave the cost per click. I think that's important. The growth and everything like that, I'm not going to do. The keyword difficulty, I will. So I'll leave that. I'm just hiding all the others. And these things I don't need as well. I'm going to hide all of these. So let's just make this a little bit easier to read. I'm going to tidy it up. So I've got here, I don't even need the age, to be honest. I can have that, but I don't think it adds value to me in the data. And if it doesn't add value to you, just don't worry about it because it'll just confuse you. So now I've got the keyword and all the related keywords to dog training in Australia. I've got the search intent, the average monthly search volume, again in Australia, the estimated cost per click that this keyword costs to run ads on, and the keyword difficulty. 1 is easy, 10 is extremely difficult. So they make it a little bit easier. So we're just going to make this a little bit prettier. We're going to select the row of search intent, for example. We're going to go to format, conditional formatting, and I'm going to choose here B2 so it doesn't grab the heading. And I'm going to go to the text contains. If it's navigational, it's going to be, I'm going to just go blue. I'm going to add another rule, and if it's commercial, I'm going to add another color. I'm going to go to yellow, let's say, and I'm going to add one more, which should be informational. So now I can quickly see if the keyword is navigational, commercial, and informational. The average monthly search volume, I think that speaks for itself, cost per click. And the other thing that I want to tidy up is just the keyword difficulty, so I can quickly see which one are the easiest and therefore perhaps which ones I should start with. I'm going to go to formatting, conditional formatting. I'm just going to go from J1 to J2. This ensures that I don't grab the title in this formatting. Just makes things a bit tidier. And color scales, I'm just going to do this one, and I'm going to go number. The minimum number is 1. The number here, maximum number is 10. And again, here I need to add the number, and this will be 5. So now I can also see a scale of which one's really difficult, which one's hard, and perfect. I know which ones to start with now. So I like to add one more row that really makes it really applicable to you, to your business, or the niche that you're trying to get into. And I just like to do a status of that keyword because not all these keywords might be related to your niche that you're trying to rank for. Just going to go status here. I'm going to format it like the other ones. And we're going to do data validation. And again, we're going to change this to N2 so it doesn't grab the header. Someone's probably going to tell me a quicker way to do that. By all means, tell me, but I don't really care at this point. Status is going to be approved. Not related because that keyword's not related to your business. In progress, as in I'm working currently in ranking this keyword or writing content around that. And then finally, completed, because you don't want to duplicate yourself in terms of the work that you're doing. And I'm just going to change the color here. So now that you've got all those keywords related to the main niche that you're trying to rank for, you need to manually go and see if it's related to you. For example, if I have a dog training business and I also train puppies, but that's it, I can go here, blue dog training, that's a certificate. So I'm probably going to go not related. Dog training close to me, absolutely, approved. And we're going to go so on and so forth. So already this is kind of enough for you to go on. So what else can we do here? Well, I think the next really useful thing is to find all the related searches to that keyword. So there's a lot of ways that you can do this, but since we're in keyword sheets and we're using that already, let's maximize this for us. And we're going to use a tricky little formula here. We're going to go equals keyword question. And you see that nothing comes up, meaning that the formula doesn't exist. So how did I get that on the other sheet that I showed you initially? Well, we need to do one little tricky thing. It's not very difficult at all. And I'll leave the code for you down there. We need to add a little app script to this, and don't get worried if you don't know how to code. You won't code a single thing. I'm going to give you all the files that you can access this right away. This is the app script that is related to the sheet that we're working with. And we're going to copy and paste this function in there. You can see that it's using suggestion queries from google.com. So it's making that call for you at no extra cost. You're going to save that. You're going to go back to your sheet. And now if we press the same formula or type the same formula that we wanted to before, which is the equals keyword questions, you see now keyword questions is coming up. Perfect. That means that the app script that we just saved is being, the function of that app script that was saved is being recognized by our Google Sheet. That's all you really need to know. Keyword questions here. And again, we're going to do dog training because that's the initial keyword or niche that we're trying to do search for. We're going to go dog training. Remember, it needs to be in double quotation marks. We're going to go press enter and we're going to choose the country. Again, we're going to do Australia. You can do whatever you want. I got to remember to put that in double quotation marks. And then you want to choose the language as well. In this instance, it's English. The code for that is EN. If you're looking for other languages and the code for that, in the documentation that's provided below in this video, you'll see all the country codes and all the language codes that are applicable to you. You just change that in there. So Spanish, for example, would be SP and the rest. I'm going to hit enter. And in a second now, I'll find all of the questions related to my keyword. I'm going to just make this a little bit easy to understand. I'm going to format this with a line at the bottom. I think that this is formatted really nicely. So it says all the questions it segments all the questions into what, who, where, why, which, how, can, are, and all these things. I've done many videos on then what you can do with this. And essentially a good strategy is you should write a blog that answers that question. So already here you have 90 blogs that you can write about that answers each one of these questions. Now, finally, there's another thing that we can do, and that's find the related searches to the keywords that we want. We're going to add a new sheet here. For the keywords that we want to find the related searches here, you should only really pick the ones that you've approved here. The ones that you've approved, you want to find those related searches. This is just going to give you more and more content ideas and opportunities. Just for this instance, we're going to choose a couple here. Let's say 38. I'm going to go back to my other sheet here and I'm going to paste these here. Beautiful. I'm just going to tidy this up. This will be keywords and this will be related searches. And again, I just like to format this so I can see it right away. And now I need the code or the function that's going to give me the related searches. Funnily enough, if you go equals related, you'll see related searches right here. And all we're going to do is select the cell right next to it. So in this instance, blue dog training, and we're going to close that function and hit enter. And it's going to start finding us the related searches for blue dog training, for example. It needs a little bit to load because it's searching for quite a few things for you. And essentially that's what you're paying with the credits. It's giving you updated information. And now I'm just going to format this so I can make sense of it. It's all going to be here. These keywords are going to be up so I can read it right away. So for example, for the keyword blue dog training, the related searches are blue dog training white card, blue training reviews, blue dog training login, and all these sort of stuff. So that might be related to me, but I've found all the related searches. I can now click and drag and find the related searches for all those terms. Just be careful, don't get ahead of yourself and click it and drag it all the way down, because you've run into some errors. You're making too many calls at once. You need to kind of ease up and do it maybe by 5 or by 2 or whatever that is. Now, if I take a deeper look at the related searches, I can see that a lot of them say South London and a couple other things. And I'm doing research for Australia. So let's fix that. And I'm glad that we ran into that problem, because you do need to verify everything. And that's really my fault, because I didn't specify the country in which we want to segment this research in. Now, this one changes a little bit, and I've got the information here. The related searches, you need to place in the country code as opposed to the country name itself. So I'm just going to do a little thing here, and I know that AU is the country code for Australia. So I need to add that into the actual formula. I'm going to go back to Google Sheets, related searches. I can continue that like that. And it needs to be, verifying again, it needs to be in brackets. So double quotation marks, AU. And the language is going to be English, which is EN, and I'm going to close that. And let's see if that changes. So already I can see that it says Blue Dog Training WA, meaning Western Australia. So I can be fairly sure, or positive actually, that this is now related to Australia. And obviously it's changing now. So I've got the northern suburbs and everything like that. Beautiful. Crate training dog in Australia. So you can see that these keywords or the related searches are now very much into the niche that I want to search for. For example, I've got here a bunch of really useful ones. What are the 7 dog command training dogs? So how would I use this? Well, if I want to write a really detailed blog, I can write it about, for example, crate training. And if I look at here, well, the related questions for crate training are puppy crate training at night, how to train your puppy in 3 days, is crate training cruel, crate training dog PDF, and dog schedule. That has given me so many ideas. I can write a blog post about the best way to crate train your puppy. I can answer all these questions in that blog post, and I can even make a downloadable PDF that people can get. You're adding value to people because you're answering their questions, and that is so, so important and so good. So here you might get some errors, and don't worry if you're getting some errors. It's just because we've called that function so many times that it's just gotten a little bit of ahead of itself. So all you really need to do is just delete it, and we're going to drag this one down again, and it should start loading again. And see, we've got these now again here, and I'll just do the same. Perfect. So now within a couple of minutes and $1.10, I have all the related keywords within my niche. I've got all the questions that people are asking about that keyword that I can start answering. And I've got the related search terms for these specific keywords, all for $1.10. And if I need to do it more in the future, I can use up all my credits and add another $1 or $30 or whatever, but I'm not going to get charged again next month for something that I'm not using, which I think is fantastic. And now you might be wondering, okay, I've done the keyword research. Well, now what? How do I correctly write these blog posts? Well, you can get started. You can join the free community, and we've got a section in the classroom, which is the content automation. And it's not about completely replacing you as a content writer. It's about maximizing your time. So in sitting down, instead of writing 1 or 2 blog posts, going back and forth with GPT, you can use AI writing tools like Machined AI, and we teach you how to do that completely for free, although you do need an API key, but we go through all that here. You can create a cluster of blogs for, let's say, 10, 15, even 5 blogs in the one sitting using the keyword research that we've just done for $1. And I think that is the best way to maximize this stuff. And I know you're probably going to ask, or somebody's going to ask me, will it penalize you for writing content with AI? Absolutely not. What Google penalizes for you is for writing bad, spammy content. But in this instance, we've done the keyword research to see what people are asking for, and we're simply answering their search intent with AI, which is good. We've done this hundreds of times and it works very, very well. So just to summarize, we have done the keyword research and we found all the related keywords within our niche. We found all the related questions with that keyword and the related search terms which we can use now to write appropriate content. That's really as complicated as keyword research should be, and we only did it for $1.10, and we know that it's updated with the correct data and up-to-date data. I hope you liked this video. If you want to learn more about how to maximize your SEO, your search engine optimization with AI tools and automations, you can check out our school community. But if you just really like this video, I'd appreciate a subscription and like this video. And if you want to see anything else, maybe the next step, how do you write 20 blogs from this, then just leave it in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.